Capricorn, welcome to your reading. How are you today? I hope all is well. You're with me, Catherine. This is a beautiful tarot, oracle, Jinkies, chakra meditation, and postcard from Spirit message at the end of this reading for you, Capricorn. How have you been, I wonder? So I'm just tuning in with the oracle first, and then we'll move into the tarot, and then we'll go forwards with chakra and Jinkies information. So the first card here for you, Capricorn, is it isn't about being right, it's about doing the right thing. Okay. So Capricorn, I wonder what's going on. It's about doing the right thing. Any more messages, please, for Capricorn? Thank you. Your spirit guide can lead you, but they can't do it for you, Capricorn. So, there's something you've got to do, Capricorn. It's about doing the right thing. And Spirit is just saying, they can guide you in this situation, but they can't do it for you. You are going to have to do the right thing. And they're then saying, carry the torch for others to see and wake up the world. So are you on a bit of a soul journey, Capricorn, at the minute towards sharing your soul work in the world, your passion, your purpose? Any more messages for Capricorn here, please? Thank you. Spirit guides, angels, ascended masters, Capricorn collective. Thank you very much, Spirit. Let's see what we have here, Capricorn. Life lessons again. This is really interesting. Sagittarius had a very similar, Scorpio had a very similar message, life lessons again. So if you are sun, moon, rising, Venus, North Node or Midheaven, Scorpio, then that might be interesting for you to listen to that one as well. And then Spirit is saying you are lost but never alone, Capricorn. So lost but never alone. Okay, so it sounds like you're on a journey. There's something that you have to do. You have to do the right thing. Spirit guides are saying you have to do the right thing, Capricorn, for you. They can guide you in this journey, but they can't take that action for you. You are going to have to take the action, Capricorn. And they're asking you to carry the torch for others to see and wake up the world. So that feels like you're in a moment where you're considering perhaps taking action on spiritual work in the world, waking up the world. And it's certainly a time for that, Capricorn. It's certainly that time where initiating awakening is a powerful, powerful thing to be doing and helping with in the world with your unique gifts and your unique soul purpose for being here. And they're saying that you're in this process of a life lesson again. So even though this life lesson might be making you feel a little bit lost, unsure, they're saying, Capricorn, that you are never alone, never alone. So I'm just going to continue to clarify with the oracle before we move into the tarot. I'm going to use 2 tarot decks today. It's always nice to work in double confirmations and see what Spirit has to say, guidance. These are like soul mapping sessions, Capricorn. So, the situations you find yourself in, there's this guidance and a soul map to guide you through potentially with motivation and inspiration. So they're saying it's time to take some relaxation, because in that, you are going to be able to explore transformation. So this process that you're in of carrying the torch for others to see, to initiate awakening in the world, is, I would assume, about transformation on a deep level for yourself and for others, Capricorn. So even though you might be feeling a little bit unsure or not sure of the way at the moment, you're not alone on this journey, and fundamentally surrounded with love. And spirit guides are asking you to see the wonder of it, to see this wondrous moment that you are in, even though it might feel like a life lesson has come round again. It's an opportunity to relax into it and allow it to transform you, Capricorn, so you can stand up and shine that torch and that light in the world. So pretty powerful message so far, and very affirmative, very, like giving you confirmation that even though this might feel like you're in a repeat cycle at the moment, you can do the right thing, and spirit are with you, love is with you, and it will generate the transformation that you need so that you can begin that work in the world, Capricorn. Justice. Wow. So this is really about giving that beautiful work in the world, I feel. This is about bringing in a decision in your life, Capricorn, about doing the right thing so that you can initiate this transformation and step out of feeling like you're in a life lesson again, and allow that transformation to feel like it's guiding you and others potentially into an awakening, into a transformation, Capricorn. So justice is very powerful. And again, they're saying, you are in the moment of a life lesson, Capricorn. Perhaps you're feeling that you're in a situation that feels quite unjust, that there's been dishonesty. Perhaps you are in a moment in your life where you know what the right action is, but you're potentially in karmic avoidance of what you need to do. So spirit is saying they can guide you and be with you. You have love with you. It can bring transformation and wonders, Capricorn. But if we're in an avoidance cycle of what we're karmically here to do, and karma and dharma are very interwoven, it's often very hard to distinguish. Am I in a karmic life lesson here or a dharmic life lesson here in this situation? In the karmic life lessons, it feels a little bit harder to embrace, which is why perhaps this justice is, once you feel that you can move forward and do the right thing, justice will follow, and that will bring the transformation to you and others in this situation you're facing, Capricorn. Because if you feel that you're stuck in a life lesson where there's injustice, dishonesty, or even karmic retribution feelings, or you're just feeling that you can't take that right action, that's more the karma than the dharma. But I would say that if you're in an avoidant position and feeling like you need to be right, that's justice. But really spirit is saying it's about doing the right thing, and it's not about being right. So on the dharma level, you may be being called, through the spirit guides you work with, through your heart, or through some information you've had to stand up and lead and initiate awakening in the world with your gifts, Capricorn. And that is a dharma. But you may be in a cycle where it feels karmic and you're feeling like you can't do it, that there's an injustice situation that's prohibiting you from doing that. But spirit is saying you can, and they're with you, they can guide and lead you, but you do still have to stand up and take that action, Capricorn. So it's hard, karmic and dharmic energies and frequencies running in our life, particularly at this time when the world is in so much distress. It's very hard to read everything and understand which direction to take. But really simply, it isn't about being right. It's about doing the right thing. And you'll have to come into contemplation around that in your own personal situation that you're facing and understand what is the justice that needs to be brought forward that can bring this transformation. And critically to take time, relax, to allow this process to become something that feels safe for you to do, Capricorn, and it feels like you're being held in it with spirit guides. So of deep inquiry, I feel. Now we're having Two of Pentacles, so balance is needed in this situation. So needing to be more flexible, Capricorn. You're potentially facing some financial decisions linked to it's not about being right, it's about doing the right thing. That's huge, and may, if you settle into that contemplation, may also open up an avenue of action that you can take that is about doing the right thing, Capricorn. Because when the Two of Pentacles is inverted, that frequency, that energy is that you're feeling that you're not balanced, you're lacking balance, you have lack of ability to make financial decisions that feel good. You have that feeling that you've got too much on your plate and there's too many things and you can't find the balance, Capricorn. But then if we try to bring that action forward, the right action, and work in the justice sense of that, and understand that is a transformation point, then the balance can come back and it can be less of a feeling of effort. You won't be juggling so much when that right action is taken, Capricorn. And deep down in our soul, sometimes it takes us a while to understand which way we have to really go, what is the truth. And that's okay, because they're saying once you've made that decision and come to terms with that and tuned in, really listen to that information, that you can be experiencing the King of Wands energy again. So the King of Wands energy, of course, is that lovely leadership, Capricorn, being in charge again, being able to be decisive about what's happening in your life and, the life of those around you that you share life with. Experiencing independence again, Capricorn. And feeling that in that leadership energy and frequency that you can step back into when you do the right thing, then you not only have that for yourself, but you are able to initiate that sense of creativity in others and bring that leadership to others as achievement. So if you are feeling the opposite of that, Capricorn, it is definitely time to focus in on what would bring you to a moment where you could choose what that right action is. And perhaps with that relaxation card coming out, it's just simply a time for a holiday, simply a time to relax, come back and pause, think. Or what can you do at the weekend? Or what could you do 1 or 2 evenings a week to find that space to really contemplate and meditate on what is the right thing to be doing? Because they're saying here you've got the King of Pentacles, so this is security. And so needing security, Capricorn. And again, looking through the lens of the King of Pentacles, we're looking at finance, so this and money, and so we were too with the Two of Pentacles. So this decision, this right action, brings in a sense of the justice of being able to move forward in life in a transformational way that is helping others, and based in love, based in wonder, and just knowing that at this moment, as you're in this process of deciding what this action, this right action for you is, Capricorn, that spirit guides are with you. You may be feeling a little bit lost, but you are never alone. Because when this King of Pentacles energy comes in, you can just start to have that feeling of stability again. And the King of Pentacles energy is coming in when you take that right action, but it's not hasty. There's nothing going on in this soul mapping that shows me that, you have to make a quick decision, or that you're in the frying pan. This is a contemplation, and it might be really worth studying your gene keys if you haven't already, because I'm going to tap into the gene keys and see what's at play here in this situation for you. But the gene keys can give you very deep insight into your life's work, your life's purpose, how you actually best generate prosperity, Capricorn. And prosperity doesn't have to be money, but it is that King of Pentacles energy, security, feeling prosperous in health, wealth, love, work, everything. So you're at a choice point, Capricorn, I would say. Let's just clarify with another tarot. This is the Light Seers deck, beautiful. And the Light Seers deck have this amazing little book. And if you're learning tarot, or you love tarot cards at home, this is a beautiful one to have. And I'm going to just ask Spirit to clarify here any other mapping points for Capricorn's journey that they find themselves in at the moment. Thank you. Knight of Cups. Beautiful. Anything else to clarify? Thank you. And Knight of Wands. Brilliant. So let's go to this beautiful little book, and I'd like to read to you, Capricorn, because just pulling it together with these last two tarot cards here, and hopefully giving you that deep insight that's needed into the right action that you want to take, and be with spirit guides in that, and feel safe, and come into that safety, come into more balance, come into more security, but from the right decision that feels like you are not going to karmically repeat a life lesson, that you can move into transformation, so that you can move away from karma and move into dharma, which is that service in the world, carrying the torch for others to see, to wake up, initiate awakening, Capricorn. So Knight of Cups. Yeah, this process is about you getting deeply in touch with your emotions, Capricorn. What do you feel is the right way, the right action? Are you ready to be swept off your feet, Capricorn? Are you ready to allow deep honesty and vulnerability to flow freely in your life, Capricorn? Get ready to take inspiration and then run with it, to make art, music, and love. Making love a veritable masterpiece of life. So sharing that light, holding up the torch to awaken the world through love, and through this beautiful you that feels in touch with your emotions, that's feeling that you can be intuitive with others and yourself. come back to being in love with life, Capricorn, through this work, through this beautiful energy here. I wonder if that's resonating and where you're at on your story and your timeline. These are timeless readings, Capricorn. So when it finds you is the moment, hopefully, of help, that it just guides you a little bit more through the process you're in. Because the beautiful, beautiful Knight of Wands is, I am in the pursuit of the imagined. I manifest this fire with infectious feelings of inspiration, which is very much like this first oracle card that came out. So this Knight of Wands energy is you moving forward in the world, carrying the torch for others to see. Can you see the torches there? To awaken yourself into transformation through love and others. This love, underpinning love, transformation, and the wonder of that. Capricorn, what have you been dreaming about? The Knight of Wands gallops in and out of your reading with messages of adventure, of impulsivity, and of bravely pursuing the things that inspire you the most, taking that right action. That passion project you've been tinkering with, that drum circle you've always wanted to join, for example. Allow spontaneity into your choices now and gift yourself the freedom to shift your reality to match your desires. It's okay to crave new things and to run with the wind when you are feeling charged up about an idea, Capricorn. Go with it and share it in the world. Wow. Okay, so I hope that felt resonant. I'm going to just look at what the gene keys are here for you. Is spirit guides, angels, sent masters, archangels, gene keys themselves, magic of the gene keys. What does Capricorn need to know? Shadow, gift, dilemma, cities. Thank you. So Capricorn, again, you can go to genekeys.com and download your own hologenetic profile. You can study that. You may find that you have gene key 54 in your profile. And what's going on here in this situation is that there's some ego. The dilemma is egotism. So the shadow of that is greed, which we saw coming through with the Two of Pentacles energy, the King of Pentacles energy, like in the inverse, feeling perhaps that you can't take the step you want to take because it's not safe, or you've been doing something that actually isn't quite right. It is a life lesson and you need to step back and consider what would be right action now to take. Now, they're saying here in this situation, there is the gift you can bring or receive is aspiration. So if you have an aspiration to wake up the world, Capricorn, and that's the right action, that's a dharmic path for you. This is a soul map session to take you forwards in that momentum. Because that is again what's going to wake up the world, because the city in that is ascension. So this ascension, waking up the world, is the ascension point of the gene key 54. So as you aspire to wake up the world and take that right action, if that's the right action, then you help in the ascension process for all. Now, we also had gene key 38. Now, the dilemma as well is a habit you've got, Capricorn, that's causing a struggle for you to take this right action. They're saying persevere and bring honor to yourself and to the situation. So as you persevere, that persevering brings the frequency of honor, and that's going to end the struggle that you're in of this moment where you're like, thinking about something being right versus taking right action. So very fascinating reading, Capricorn. Just remembering any habits you've got that are causing this struggle to come away, persevere to release the habit that's causing struggle, that's perhaps putting you in this feeling of, I'm in another life lesson again, when you really want to move forward and transform and change what's going on in your life, with yourself, with others, with work, in relationships, Capricorn. So now let's just ask Spirit for what chakra points you could work on, meditate on, so as to help this energy, help this movement you're in, help this decision about doing the right thing for you, Capricorn, and for all, and what that might be. Which chakra point or points does Capricorn need, please? Thank you, Spirit. So solar plexus, so your power, Capricorn. This is about your autonomy. Now, this is about your authority. This is about your control in the situation, but not negative control. Maybe it's taking back control so that you can move forward with this transformation. So the chakra point coming down just beneath the heart, but above the belly, sacral chakra. There's a beautiful message here, Capricorn. I move beyond the limits that my ancestors, society, and I have unconsciously placed upon me. I am free. I recognize myself as an autonomous being of infinite possibility and potential. I am free to shine my light and strengthen my ego as I discover my potential. So that right action, Capricorn, it's going to help you strengthen your ego as you discover this potential. Now, obviously, we had Gene Key 54, which is the shadow of the ego, egotism holding you back, Capricorn. But you become free to shine your light and strengthen your ego in the right way as you discover your potential and take those actions. Just remember, Capricorn, you are a limitless being. So solar plexus chakra meditation to help you come into that feeling of you are a limitless being, and you can honor and persevere with this right action in the world that helps initiate awakening, helps bring about this aspiration for ascension, both within you and within others, at a time on this planet when that is really needed. The aspiration for love, and not necessarily romantic love, just that universal love, respect, compassion, and care for all. Capricorn, I'm now moving into your postcard from Spirit, just to bring your reading, this message, this soul map session, into a culmination for you. Dear Capricorn, the common sayings, be in the world but not of it, and wear the world loosely, refer to the need to be engaged with life while not being attached to specific outcomes. Do not take this world too personally, for you are one of many co-creators here to play, and we have many ideas about how all this should play out. Just know the outcomes don't matter as much as the presence you bring to each experience and how you let yourself flow through life, Capricorn. There's a real freedom in knowing and accepting this. So will you wear the world loosely? Or will it straitjacket you? It is your choice. Whatever happens, have the courage to keep trying to live as you are meant to, that right action, Capricorn. And when it comes to manifesting, don't worry about the how or even the why. we have that covered. So spirit guides are with you. They can lead and guide you, but they can't do the right action for you. Everything is going to turn out exactly as it should. Spirit has a plan. Loving you always, Capricorn. And there were 2 messages, Capricorn. So this is the last message in this reading, and I hope it holds the space for you. I hope it helps in this process you are in. Dearest Capricorn, there are times you get lost but refuse to see your part in things. Lost but never alone. Oh, Capricorn, this is very powerful. Something feels familiar, but sort of off. If you're feeling confused, it's best to throw away that map you're using, which only lets you navigate based on your past experiences. Life lessons again. That isn't what you need right now. Instead, take a deep breath and open to the truth. A desire to stay in denial means that part of you doesn't want to be responsible for the pattern that's shown up in your life. Yes, this is the right time to wake up. Wow, Capricorn, oh my gosh, when spirit just doubles up like this, it's so powerful. This is the time to wake up the world and carry that torch for yourself and for others. Gosh, this is the right time to wake up and start again, Capricorn. By the way, you will always get another chance. You have unlimited chances to start again. We love you so much, Capricorn. We really do. Be gentle with yourself. Coming out of denial is like being temporarily blinded by super bright lights. Allow your eyes to adjust. Carry on. A beautiful life awaits. Capricorn, that's so powerful. Just a complete reiteration of that soul mapping session for you there. I hope that has really helped you on this journey you're on. Sending you much love, light, and a big hug. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take lots of care, Capricorn.